Now relax. The next asana is Natarajasana. As you stand on the right foot, bring the left feet, holding it with the left hand, kick and pull it back, lean forward, right hand in Bindu Mudra. Visualize Lord Nataraja in your inner space.
तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सत्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now inhale and rise up. The next Karana is Ardhari Karna. As you stand in Aramandi, bring the right leg foot on toe on the ground and heels up behind the left feet. Bring the left hand at the chest and now right hand at the nose and swing it like a pendulum. As swing a few times. Now change the position of the legs and hands and swing the left hand as a pendulum on the other side. Now relax. Now we move to a skeleton dance. Now as we visualize ourselves as pure bones and start shaking our body with eyes closed. Shake the body and move across the whole yoga mat without following any particular pattern. Just shake your body. Now relax. The next karana is Kati Chinna Karna. As you stand again in Aramandi, bring the hands at the back of your head, palms facing back. Now twist on the right side, palms opening, and then twist on the other side. Repeating this again and again. This is Kati Chinna Karna. Now relax. The next asana is Talasana. As you stand tall on the big toes, bring the hands above the head, elbows straight, palms facing each other. Visualize yourself as a palm tree as you engage Mahamudra Bandha.
महामुद्राबद्धकोणो ताडासिनि विभेदकान्.
Now relax. We are moving to the next asana, which is Uttanasana. With standing on both the feet, lean forward, place both the hands on the side of the feet. Now bring head to the knees. Engage Mahamudra Bandha as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
महामुद्राबद्धकोणो ताडासिनि विभेदकान्.
Inhale. Now the next asana is Sarakshasana as you bring the body in the plank position. Now tuck the chin to the chest and start rotating from left right in Sarakshasana as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
शासनवस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकक्षं सव्यकक्षं नयेत् तत्श्वासनं भवति.
Now lower your body down. Now the next asana is Bhujangasana as you keep the toes pointed backwards, hand side of the chest. Now lift the chest up with the support of the lower back. Now open the mouth in Bhujangri Mudra. Open and inhale through the hollow of the throat.
अङ्गुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तं मदोभूमौ विनिषेत् कराभ्यां चतुरां दत्त्वा उदशीषपणिवहि.
Now relax. The next asana is Sasasana. As we bring the body again in plank position, now bring the right knee to the chest, pull it back, and then left knee to the chest as you visualize Swamiji in his space and keep alternating the feet on the chest alternatively.
गजासनसंस्थितौ जानुद्वयमाकुञ्च वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शशासनं भवति.
Now the next asana is Prathasana. As you bring one leg between the hands and jump and bring the left leg between the hands and keep alternatively shifting the position of the leg as you visualize chariot in your inner space.
गजासनस्थितौ एकैकं पादं पूर्वमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
Now relax. The next asana is Veerbhadrasana. As you stand tall and bring the right leg front, toes facing forward, left leg back, feet opening at sides. Now knees, right knee bend at 90 degree, hands above the head, palms facing up, gaze to the third eye as you engage Mool Bandha, Udyana Bandha and visualize yourself as Lord Veerbhadra.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now relax. Now switch the position of the leg. Bring left leg front, toes facing up, toes facing forward, knees at 90 degree. Bring both the palms at the above the head, palms facing each other, gaze to the third eye. Visualize yourself as Lord Veerbhadra as you engage Mool Bandha and Udyan Bandha.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Inhale. Now stand tall. We'll be performing Vrikshasana and the japa will be Shivoham. Now as you stand on the left foot, bring the right foot on the inner thigh of the left. Now bring hands in palm in front of the heart center in Namaskar Mudra as raise it above the head. Visualize yourself as a tree and engage with Mool Bandha and Udyan Bandha.
वामोर्मूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
Now inhale and relax. Bring the right foot on the left hip. Now hands in Namaskar Mudra at the heart center. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda as you engage Mool Bandha and the pranayama is Sahaja Pranayama.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्य येन ध्यानं शिरम्भुवि सर्वदोषाद्विनिर्मुक्तो भवति ये महाबली.
Now relax. The next asana is Vrikshasana on the other side. As you stand on the right foot, bring the left foot on the inner thigh of the right. Hands in Namaskar Mudra at heart center and raise it above the head. Visualize yourself as a tree as you engage Mool Bandha and Udyan Bandha.
वामोर्मूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
The next asana is Garudasana as you bring the left foot on the opposite hip. Now hands in Namaskar Mudra at the heart center. As you visualize Lord Garuda in space, engage Mool Bandha and the pranayama is Sahaja Kumka Pranayama.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्य येन ध्यानं शिरम्भुवि.
Now drop the legs. And the next asana is Trikonasana. Now step the right foot forward, toes facing forward, left leg back, feet facing sidewise. Bring the hands parallel to the ground, lean forward and place the right fingers on the ground, left towards the sky. As you gaze towards the sky, visualize a triangle in your space performing Trikonasana.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Slowly inhale and bring the left feet forward, right feet back, hands parallel to the ground, lean forward, gaze towards the sky as you visualize triangle in your inner space performing Trikonasana on the other side.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now inhale, rise up. The next asana is Nikuta Kakarna. Now as we stand again in Aramandi, now bring the hands at the heart center, elbows parallel to the ground with palms facing each other, left palm down and right palm up. Now lift the right heel and simultaneously change the position of legs and hands. Repeating this on both the sides. This is Nikuta Kakarna. Now relax. The next asana is Angushthasana. Now as you lower your body down, toes tuck and bring the perineum on the heels. Knees together, palms together. The japa is Sadashivoham and as you visualize Swamiji in your space, engage Mool Bandha as the pranayama is Brahmari Kumaka pranayama where you inhale like a male bee and exhale like a female bee.
अंगुष्ठन कबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अंगुष्ठमष्टकं ये ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
Now the next asana is Saurasana. As you bring the right foot forward, toes facing up, hands in Varamudra, fingers on the ground, palm facing forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you keep continuing Brahmari Pranayama Kumaka.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य द्वेकपादकम्.
The next asana is Vidhunanasana. Now from the same legs, right leg extended forward, bring the right hand in Pranamudra and hold the big toe of the right leg. Lean forward, head to the knees. Hold the left ankle with the left hand. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उल्पस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्थितेत् तत्करेण.
Inhale. Now sit on the left right heel and bring the left leg forward, toes facing up, hands in Varamudra. Visualize Swamiji in his space.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्यत्वा एकपादकम्.
The next asana is Vidhunanasana. Now, left hand in Prana Mudra. Hold the big toe of the left hand. Lean forward, head to the knees. Hold the right ankle with right hand as you engage Mulbandha, and the pranama is Bhramari Bhumika Pranama.
गुल्पस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्थित्य तत्करेण.
Now slowly inhale and rise up, bringing the toes with toes tucked. Sit on the heels, perineum on the heels. Now create little gap between the knees. Gaze on the ground through the gap between the knees and place the back of the palms on the knees. Engage Mulbandha, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पनापानि होय वैसे एरी दो गोड़ा निवेसे.
Now release the Dhyana Bandha, release the Jalandhar Bandha. The next asana is Kapilasana. Now engage Mulbandha, Dhyana Bandha as you gaze to the nose and visualize Sage Kapilamuni in your inner space.
उभयपकतले समट हरावे तिनकी माहिली कौर मिलावे.
Now slowly release the Dhyana Bandha. The next asana is Vajra Gorakhasana. As you sit in the same posture, switch the gaze to the third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पगले संपुट करे कौर वारली बू परिधरे.
Now the next asana is Suryasana. As you bring the soles of the feet together, knees off the ground and wide, bring both the hands in Padma Mudra, which is index finger and thumbs touching together, fingers apart. Now raise it above the head, gaze between the gap between the palms. Engage Mulbandha, Dhyan Bandha as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space.
एडी दो गुड़ातनी आने पनापानि बेटक पुनिताने.
Now relax. The next asana is Mandukasana. As you sit on feet flat and sit on the heels. Now gaze to the third eye, hands on the respective knees. Now visualize yourself as frog and roll the tongue up on the roof of the mouth. Visualize you are catching the nectar of immortality dripping from the Sahasrara chakra with your frog tongue.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्ठद्वये च संस्पृशेत्.
Now the next asana is Uttana Mandukasana. From the same seated posture, bring both the palms at the back, hold the shoulders, opposite shoulders, elbows supporting the head, gaze to the third eye, engage Mulbandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and visualize, perform Maha Manduki Mudra as you visualize the nectar of immortality dripping from Sahasrara chakra with your frog tongue.
मण्डुकासनमध्यस्थं कोर्पराभ्यां दंशितः.
Now release the Uddiyana Bandha and Mulbandha. The next asana is Simhasana. Now cross the ankles at the back, hands on the respective knees, gaze to the nose, visualize line in space as you open the mouth wide and stick out the tongue and exhale forcibly.
गुल्पस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य दक्षिणं संविगुल्पेन दक्षिणे तदेतनं हस्तौ जान्वौ संस्पर्श्य स्वाङ्गुलीश्च प्रसार्य च.
Now slowly inhale and rise up. Now the next asana is Bhadrasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together at the back and sit on the heels. Knees wide apart, hands in Prana Mudra. Hold the big toes. Gaze to the nose as you engage Mool Bandha and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गुल्पौ च वृष्णस्यादौ युत्क्रमेण समाहितः.
Now inhale. The next asana is Kakabasandi Asana. Now squat on the feet. Knees wide, hands wrap it around the back and interlace the fingers. Gaze to the nose. Visualize crow in your space as you engage Mulbandha. The japa is Sadaशिवोहम and the pranayama is Bhramari Pranayama.
प्रथमे वेश उगड़ाने धो हाथ पगम बीच आने.
Next, the next asana is Kanipavasana. Place both the palms on the ground in front. Now bring the knees on the respective hand towards the armpit. Lift the hips and lift the feet off the ground as lean forward. Gaze visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
आसन को गुण आची दिशता होई तो आची होई.
Now the next asana is Kapali Asana. Now as you again place the palms on the ground in front. Now bring the forehead on the ground with hips high. Now bring the knees on the arms and raise the feet off the ground and raise it above the head straight. Gaze to the nose as you perform Kapali Asana.
विपरीतम शीश दट्टी टेकी पगदो मुलवा ऊंचा कुकरे.
Now slowly lower your body down. We'll be performing Parsha Mayurasana. As you place both the palms on the ground, twist on the right side. Now place both the elbows on the knee and hip as you lean forward and balance the body. Extend the feet outside. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize peacock in your inner space.
मयूरम दंडवत कुर्यात् मयूरम दंड नामकम.
Now relax. We'll be performing Parshvamayurasana on the other side as you twist on your left side. Elbows on the knees and hip. Lean forward, balance the body and extend the feet outwards on the sides. Gaze to the nose, gaze to the third eye. Visualize peacock in your inner space.
मयूरम दंडवत कुर्यात् मयूरम दंड नामकम कुर्यान् मयूरम पार्श्वाभ्यां मयूर पार्श्व नामकम.
Now relax. Bring the body in the plank position. The next asana is Bhairaginathasana. Now bring right foot from outside between the hands. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Lord Kalabhairava in your space. The pranayama is Rejika Kumbhaka pranayama.
तने आसन को गुण पीती जाई.
Now bring the right leg back from the plank position. Now bring the left foot from outside between the hands. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Lord Kalabhairava in your inner space.
आसन को गुण पीती जाई.
Now again from the plank position. The next asana is Unmukh Pitasana. Now drop the knees on the ground. Hips high. Bring the feet a little closer to the body. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पुण्यस्थो जानी हस्तो चतुष्पद वामकम.
Now bring the body again in plank position. We will be performing Vasishtha Asana. Now with right palm on the ground, hands straight, twist on the left side, left hand towards the sky. As you're gazing to the sky, visualize Sage Vasishtha in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्व कुक्कुट वाशिष्ठ मरीचिहाल मत्स्यकंपरि वित्तं चौद यस्य धनुरम.
Now left palm on the ground, twist on the right side, right hand straight towards the sky, visualize Sage Vasishtha in your space as you perform Vasishthasana on the other side.
ऊर्ध्व कुक्कुट वाशिष्ठ मरीचिहाल मत्स्यकंपरि वित्तं चौद यस्य विविधं धनुरासनम.
Now lower your body down. Slowly extend the legs forward, toes facing up. Now bring both the palms under the buttocks with palms facing up. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Hanuman in his space, engage Mool Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha, and the Japa is Mahasadashivoham, and the Pranayama is Rejika Kumbhaka Pranayama.
दो कर की उबे हथेली कोरवारली मेले भेली.
Now release Udyan Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha. The next asana is Paschimottanasana. As you sit again with the legs extended forward, toes facing up. Now bring the hands in Pranamudra. Hold the big toes as you lean forward. Bring the head to the knees. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your space.
जानो द्वयमा जानो परिल्लाटं तु पश्चिमं तानमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं धार्यं च जायते.
Slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Ugrasana. Now create a little gap between the feet. Now interlace the fingers at the back. Now as you lean forward, bring the head to the chest, bring the head to the knees. engage all the three bandhas. Visualize Goddess Kali in your inner space.
स्वपानिप्यां धृतं दत्त्वा जानुपरि शिरोन्यसेत्.
Inhale, slowly rise up. The next asana is Marichi asana. Now, as you sit with both legs extended forward, bring the right knee to the chest, heel to the perineum. As you lean forward, bring the head to the knees, wrap the hands around the back, interlace the fingers, visualize Sage Marichi in your inner space as you engage Mula Bandha.
तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. Now drop the raised knee to the ground on the side. As you lean forward, hold the left foot with both the hands. Head to the knees, engage Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यास्मि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Slowly inhale and rise up. The next asana is repeating Marichi asana. Now with extended, both legs extended forward. Now bring the right knee to the chest, heel to the perineum. Wrap the hands around as you lean forward. Bring the head to the knees. Visualize Sage Marichi in your inner space.
तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Inhale, rise up. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. Drop the left knee to the ground. As you lean forward, hold the right foot with both the hands. Engage Mahamudra Bandha as you gaze to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यास्मि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Bhadrasana 2. As you bring the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, hands interlaced. Place it on the foot. Now gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गुल्पौ त्रिवृषणस्याधः शिवन्या पार्श्वे औक्षिपेत्.
Now the next asana is Gwalipavasana. With the soles of the feet together, extend right forward. Now heels, toes together, heels apart, hands on the respective knees. Gaze to the nose as you engage Mula Bandha and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्वचर्पटचोकह्यो सोहि वाहि विद्यो की जी सोई.
Inhale, release the Jalandhar Bandha. The next asana is Choni Asana. As you bring the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum. Now as you hold the soles of the feet with the respective hands, lean forward, visualize Yoni Mandala in your space, gaze to the nose as you bring forehead on the ground.
दो पगतली संपट करे को एडीमेड के ढिंग दरे.
Now slowly inhale and rise up. Now next asana is Midaki Pavasana. As you extend the soles of the feet together, extended forward, toes apart, heels together. Now with both the hands on sides, now lean forward and bring the forehead on the ground behind the heels. Gaze to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्व विधि परी पगतली संपट सोल एडी मिलीरा से.
Slowly inhale, rise up, soles of the feet together. We'll be performing Siddha Samadhi Asana. Now, soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, heels apart, hand underneath the legs. Now, as you lean forward, gaze to the nose. As you bring the forehead on the ground, try to touch the throat to the feet.
दो पगतली संपट करे सोल में आगा में धरे.
Slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Chinnaki Pavasana. Now, as you sit with the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, knees wide apart, hold the big soles with both the hands and open it like a book. Now, place both the elbows on the respective knees. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पगतली एड धरती मिगवा में गावे पगतली माहिली कोर अंगुठासला सीधी जोड़ी.
Slowly inhale. We move on to the next asana, which is Charpat Chaukasana. As you sit with the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, place both the hands on the respective knees, pressing it down to the ground as you engage Mool Bandha or Dhyan Bandha. Gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पगदली संप्रदारे आगा में कर जार पसारे.
Now release all the bandhas. The next asana is Bhairavasana. Now, as you sit with the toes tucked on the ground, heels up, knees wide apart and on the ground. Hands in Bindu Mudra. Place it on the respective knees. Gaze to the nose and gaze to the third eye as you visualize Lord Kalabhairava in his space, engaging Mool Bandha and Dhyana Bandha.
कुल्पो संपीड्य चान्योन्यं क्रमेण समाहितः.
Now release the foot and release the Dhyana Bandha. The next asana is Samanasana. Now, as we bring the left feet, heels close to the perineum, bring the right leg to the chest, right foot to the chest, holding it with both the hands. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात्.
The next asana is Apanasana. Now raise the left leg on the top of the shoulder. Now bring the left feet extended forward and up. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धेचारोप्य ततः.
Now relax. We'll be repeating Samanasana on the other side as you bring the right heel close to the perineum and left feet to the chest. Gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in a space.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात्.
The next asana is Apanasana. As you bring the left foot on the top of the shoulder, raise the right leg forward and straight. Gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in a space.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धेचारोप्य ततः.
Now drop the legs. The next asana is Gomukhasana. As you place the left feet on the ground, heels close to the perineum, the right leg on the top, hands interlaced on the top knee. Gaze to the nose, visualize cow in your space. The japa is Om Nityanandoham and engage Mulbandha as you perform Sitakari Pranayama.
सव्ये दक्षिणकुल्पन्तो पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Relax. The next asana is Anishasana. As you be seated in the same position as Gomukhasana, hands in Bindu Mudra, hold the hands in Prana Mudra, holding the big toe in of the opposite legs. Gaze to the nose, engage Mool Bandha or Dhyan Bandha and perform Sitakari Pranayama. Visualize Rishika Anushya in your inner space.
दक्षिण गोरोनिकोटाने वामोता के ऊपर आने.
Relax. The next asana is Anushasana 2. Seated in the same position as Anushasana. Interlace the fingers at the back, lean forward, bring the forehead on the ground. Visualize Rishika Anusha in your inner space.
जीवना गोड़ा की संधि उपरिदावा गोड़ा की संधि.
Inhale, rise up. Next asana is Gardhavasana 2. As you bring the left heel to the perineum, right knee raised, feet closer to the body, hands on respective knees. Gaze to the nose. Sitakari Pranayama as you visualize Lord Garuda in your inner space and engage Moola Bandha.
दोवा पगवा मोड़ी एडी माहिलम कुल्प मूलद्वारिणी चैदे.
Relax. The next asana is Naradasana. As you sit on the left heel, interlace the fingers and twist on the right side, elbows on the knees, gaze to the third eye, visualize Sage Narada in your inner space.
पृष्ठजवाम पगदली केरी भूपरिता हिलागा वेपेरी.
And twist your body. The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. As you bring the left foot on the right thigh, right knee raised, feet closer to the body, hands right toe holding it in Prana Mudra and chin with the left hand. Gaze to the nose as you visualize Matsya, the fifth incarnation of Vishnu in your inner space. Keep performing Sitakari Pranayama.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तो गृहीत्वा मत्स्यपीठकम्.
Now relax. Now we'll be repeating Gomukhasana on the other side as you bring the right leg on the ground, heel touching the perineum. Place the left on the top, hands interlaced on the right on the top knee. Gaze to the nose as you visualize cow in your space and perform Sitkari Pranayama.
शव्ये दक्षिणगुल्पन्तो पश्चिपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
The next asana is Anishasana. With the same seated posture, hands in Pranamudra, hold the big toe of the opposite leg. Perform Sitkari Pranayama, then engage Mool Bandha or Dhyan Bandha. Gaze to the nose, visualize Rishika Anusha in your space.
दक्षिण गोड़ निकट आने, वामोता के ऊपर आने.
Now relax. The next asana is Anishasana 2. Interlace the fingers at the back, lean forward, gaze to the nose. Visualize Rishika Anusha in your face as you bring forehead on the ground. Try to touch the nose to the knees.
चीमना गोड़ा की संधि, उपरितावा गोड़ा की संधि.
Slowly inhale and rise up. The next asana is Garudasana 2. Now bring right heel close to the perineum. Left knee to the chest, hands on respective knees. Gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Garuda in your space.
दावो पगवा मोड़ी, एडीमा हिलम गुल्पमूलद्वारिणी जयदे.
Now, the next asana is Naradasana. As you sit on the right hill, hands interlaced at the back, twist on your left side, elbows on the knees. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Sage Narada in your inner space.
पिष्टजुबान पगली केरी, भूपरिता हिलका वेपेरी.
Now untwist your body. The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. As you bring the right foot on the left thigh, left knee raised, hold the left big toe left with the left hand. Visualize Matsya, the fish incarnation of Vishnu, as you gaze to the nose and keep performing Siddhikari Pranayama.
वामेन वामांगुष्टं गृहीतं मत्स्यपीठकम्.
Now bring both the legs at front, toes facing up. Next asana is Matsendra Asana. As you bring the left foot on the opposite thigh, raise the right knee, right foot on the ground, twist on the left side, left elbow on the right knee, hand on the palms on the ears and the right hand at the back. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Sage Matsendranatha in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वोपरि उदरं पश्चिमवासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Now, bring the left hand in Pranamudra. Hold the right big toe. Right hand on the ear. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize camel in his space.
आसन को गुण जोल हो जाइए.
The next asana is Matsyendrasana 2. Drop the right hand on the ground at the back. Hold the chin with the left hand. Visualize Matsyendra Nath in your space as you perform Matsyendra Asana 2.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं छत्रप्रदीप्तं प्रचण्डरक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now slowly untwist your body. Extend both the legs. Bring the right foot on the left thigh now. Raise the left knee. Twist on one side, on the left side, elbow on the knee. Hand on the ear. Left hand on the palm on the ground at the back. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Sage Matsendranatha in your inner space, performing Matsendranatha Asana.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
The next asana is Kubasana. Now bring the right hand in Pranamudra. Hold the left big toe, left hand on the knee, on the ear. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize camel in your inner space.
आसन को गुण जोल हो जाइए.
Drop the left hand on the ground at the back. Hold the chin with the right hand. Still back. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं छत्रप्रदीप्तं प्रचण्डरक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now slowly inhale and twist your body. Bring the legs in Padmasana. The next asana is Padmasana. Now as you bring both the hands in Pranamudra, holding the big toe of the opposite big toe. Now gaze to the nose as you engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
आसनं दिव्यं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा.
Release the next asana is Padmasana 2. Now still sitting on the Padmasana, place both the hands on the respective knees, palm facing down. Now As you engage Mulbandha, gaze to the nose, perform Sitakali Pranayama. Sitali Pranayama.
तान् अवचरणं कृत्वा उरुसंस्थौ प्रयत्नतः.
Now, the next asana is Kukkutasana. As you still seated in Padmasana, place both the hands between the calves and thighs, palms on the ground. Now, lift the body off the ground. Visualize yourself as a rooster. The japa is Om Nityananda Mahasara Shivoham, and the pranayama is Sahaja Pranayama.
पद्मासनं संस्थाप्य नानोर्वोरन्तरे करौ.
Now, slowly lower your body down. The next asana is Paddhakeki Asana. Still sitting in the Padmasana, hands on the ground, forehead forward. Now bring the fingers facing towards the body. Now lean forward, bring the elbows side of the navel as you lift the knees off the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
धरामवष्टभ्य करद्वयेन तत्पूर्परिस्थानेव ताविपाश्वः.
Relax. The next asana is Mayurasana. As you bring the hands on the ground, palms facing towards the body. Lean forward and bring the elbows side of the navels. Legs extended back and lift the feet off the ground. Visualize peacock in your inner space.
अतः वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Now slowly lower your body down. The next asana is Makadasana. Now interlace the fingers at the back, legs extended, feet extended on sides. Visualize crocodile in your inner space.
अध्यासिसे ते पदयुग्मं वक्ष्णो भूमिम् अवष्टभ्य च प्रसार्य पादौ.
Bring the palms side of the chest, toes facing backward, pointed backwards. Now forehead on the ground. Lift the feet and thighs, knees off the ground as you visualize a locust in your inner space.
अध्यासिसे ते करयुग्मं वक्ष्णो भूमिम् अवष्टभ्य करतलयोस्तलाभ्याम्.
Relax. The next asana is Ustrasana. Now hold the feet with the respective hand. Bring it towards the ground, side of the hip. Visualize camel in a space as you engage Mulabandha.
अध्यासिसे ते पदयुग्मं वस्तं पृष्ठे निधाप्य दितं कराभ्याम्.
The next asana is Dhanurasana. Still holding the feet with both the hands. Now simultaneously lift the chest and the legs up. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Shiva's bow in your inner space.
प्रसार्य पादौ भुवि दण्डरूपौ करौ च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
Bring the body in the Bhagasana posture. Now with the hands on the respective knees. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उल्टा मोड़ी पावदो देशे बहरो जगति करे एक वैसे.
Now the next asana is Gohyasana. As you lean forward and bring the elbows, hands shoulder width apart. Interlace the fingers. Head on the ground, supported by hands. Now hips high. Lift the feet. Bring the feet closer. And now lift the feet off the ground as you bring the knees to the chest. Try to touch the chin to the knees to the chin as you gaze to the nose, performing Gohyasana.
दो हाथ की गहुनी जोई पुनिह कराले जाने दो.
Same posture. Now raise the legs up straight. Gaze to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your space, performing Sirsasana.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च दिदेव विदितं हिनः.
Now slowly lower your body down. Now sit with the legs extended forward. Now we are will be performing Fodhyasana with the new pranayama, which is Bhastrika pranayama. Bhastrika pranayama is basically the forceful exhalation as a rapid exhalation movement where you exhale the air forcibly. Now hold the calves of both the legs and bring the legs up straight and try to touch the head to the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform Bhasika Pranayama.
दो हाथ पगा बहराने गोड़ा दरे कांक सीताने.
Now, the next asana is Parighasana. As you bring the legs straight up at 45-degree, hands holding the opposite shoulders, gaze to the third eye, visualize me in your space as you keep performing Bhasika Pranayama.
उत्तानो शयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसाद्य.
Now, the next asana is Naukasana. With legs extended at 45-degree forward, hands back to the ground, visualize both in space as you gaze to the third eye, keep performing Bhasika Pranayama.
उत्तान शयनं कूर्पराभ्यां भूमिमष्टभ्य.
Now relax. The next asana is Rudrasana. Now as you sit with the soles of the feet together, hands underneath, interlace the fingers and hold the feet. Bring it close to the chest. Now rest the chin at the fingers. Gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Rudra in your space as you keep performing Bhasika Kumka Pranayama.
पगदली संपुट करे हाथस्य पगा ऊंचा पगा का.
Now relax. The next asana is Unmukh Pithasana 2. As you bring the soles of the feet on the ground, knees raised, lower the body down on the ground, hands back of the heels. Now raise the hip high. Engage Mool Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha. Gaze to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा शमित्वोध्वमुखं तथा उत्ताप्य हस्तौ तिष्ठेतु पीठ उन्मुखनामके.
Now inhale and slowly lower the whole body down on the ground flat. Hands and legs apart. Relax the whole body as you inhale slowly and mentally force air across the body as you perform Savasana.
अथ शवासनम् उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारणम्.
Yes. Now, slowly come down to your physical body. Now, start to wiggle your fingers, your legs, feet, your ankle, chest, rock the knees to the chest, holding it with both raised fingers, rock to sides. Now roll to one side and be seated in the comfortable seated position. Now
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda.
yes, sorry for the technical glitch. Now, as we have successfully completed 108 asana sequence, congratulations. Now we will be moving on with the next 200 asanas of Dutya Vinyasa Krama. Now, the first asana is Yatha Sanishthasana. As you sit in a comfortable seated position which brings ease to your physical and mental space. Bring the hands in Bindu Mudra with index and thumb touching together in Bindu Mudra on the respective hands. Visualize yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, throughout the next 200 asanas, the japa will be Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, and engage Mulbandha as you perform Samana Kumaka Pranayama.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यथा संस्थं यथा स्थितिः.
Now, slowly inhale. The next asana is Samasana. Now, as you you're still seated in the Yatha Sanishthasana, which is comfortable position which brings ease to your inner space, hands in Bindu Mudra. Now, inhale slowly and deeply, then hold and again inhale, taking a prolonged inhalation, then exhale fully. Visualize Swamiji in inner space as you engage Mulbandha.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लगगो सुखप्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पतिः.
The next asana is Muktasana. Now, as you bring the left foot against the gentle and place the right foot on the top. Now, place the palms facing downward on the knees. Gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself as a sage liberated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
निपीड्य सीवनीं सूक्ष्मां दक्षिणेत्रगुल्पतः वामं याम्येन गल्पेन मुक्तासनमिदं भवेत्. स्थानुह्मितेन्द्रियचलदृशान् पश्यन् भ्रोरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्षकवाटभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
Now, the next asana is Siddhyasana. As you sit in the same seated posture, now gaze to the nose, gaze to the ground, engage all the three bandhas as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामपादिकी एडी जानो सीवनिमदितास कौंटानो.
Release all the three bandhas. The next asana is Rudrasana 2. Now, keeping the legs in the same posture as a Siddhyasana, rotate the hands in Bindu Mudra and place it on the respective knees. Switch the gaze to the third eye as you visualize Lord Rudra in your space, the fierce dimension of Shiva. Engage Mulabandha.
वाम चरण परिदर्शन राखे एक जुगति ऐसे विधि दाखे.
Now, the next asana is Santa Duna asana. As you maintain the same posture, hands in the Manda Mudra, gaze to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your space, engage Mulabandha.
आसन की गुणमन की चंचलता मीटा.
Now relax. The next asana is Siddhasana 2 as you maintain the same posture. Now bring the hands in front of the navel, cupping one palm on the over the other, resembling the lotus flower in Samputta Mudra. Visualize yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your inner space.
ऋतुकाय समासीन सिद्धासनमिति ईरितम्.
Now the next asana is Pantha Yoni asana. Now we will be performing Shanmukhi Mudra. Visualize your Sankalpa is manifesting through the womb of creation. Now bring the little finger below the lower lip and ring finger above the upper lip. Now middle finger closing the nostrils, the index finger closing the eye, and thumb closing the ears.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने श्रुवौ यत्कृत्वा केचरे भूत्वा विचरेत् ईश्वरो यथा.
Now the next asana is Virasana. As you bring the one foot on the opposite thigh, other foot to the genital region, hands in Bindu Mudra, gaze to the third eye, gaze to the forward as you embody the space and state of bravery.
एकं बाधमतैकस्मिन् भिन्यस्योररि संस्थितः इतरस्मिन् सदा चोरं वीरासनमुदीरितम्.
Now the next asana is Valmiki asana. As you sit in the same seated posture, switch the gaze to the third eye as you visualize great sage Valmiki, poet and author of Ramayana.
दावा बागा की भगतरी पुनि एरि हे जोया.
Relax. The next asana is Joni Mudrasana. Now place the palms on the respective knees with palms facing down. Now gaze to the nose as you visualize Yoni Mandala representing goddess Devi and Shakti, symbol of creative energy of the universe.
वामपाद की भगतरी जाहिमा हिली कोरी.
Now the next asana is Yoni Asana. As you maintain the same seated posture, switch the gaze to the third eye. Visualize Yoni Mandala in your space representing goddess Devi and Shakti, the symbol of creative energy of the universe.
योन्यासनं पर्वतेन योगं योगफले निलं तत्कालबलं तावत् केचरे यावदेव हि.
The next asana is Bhadrasana 3. Now as you bring the soles of the feet together in front, heels closer to the perineum, holding the feet with both the hands. Gaze to the nose as you engage Mulabandha Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize Lord Veerbhadra in your inner space.
अथ भद्रासनं गुल्पोजवशिनस्यादः सीवन्याः पार्श्वयोन्योक्षिपेत् सव्ये गुल्पतदा सव्ये दक्षगुल्पं तु दक्षिणे.
Now the next asana is Ghorasana. As you sit with the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum. Now gaze to the third eye, visualize Aghori in your space. Now roll the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now bring the right hand and close the left nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close both the nostrils. Hold the breath and then exhale through the left nostril and repeat on the other side. Now relax. The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. As you sit with the soles of the feet together, heels apart. Now bring the elbows on the heels. Now rest the chin on the palms. Gaze to the nose, engage Mulabandha Uddiyana Bandha as you visualize a female elephant drinking water.
ग्वालिपवासन का ह्यो है जासे याहू में जाने विदिते से.
Now inhale, rise up. The next asana is Parasana. Now as you sit with the knees raised, hands underneath between the calves and thighs, interlace the fingers, feet of the mat, gaze to the nose as you visualize Swami Junior in a space the Kumbhaka is Rechika Kumbhaka Pranayama.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, sorry for the technical glitch. Now we'll be performing our next asana, which is Udarasana. Now sit with the soles of the feet together. Now place the hands underneath the legs, hold the feet and bring it closer to the chest. Rest the chin on the feet. Now gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself body free from any defects.
दो पगदले संबुरडाने उभय हस्तकरी ऊर्ध्वहिताने.
Now from the same posture, the next asana is Vasishtasana. Now raise the legs on the forehead as you visualize yourself excelling in everything.
दो पगदली जोड़ी संबुर करे हाथ दो वो पगा बिच आने.
Now slowly relax. The next asana is Bhujasana. As you sit with the soles of the feet together, knees wide apart, hands raise the legs on the respective shoulders. Now hand interlace at the back of the neck. Visualize cobra in your inner space as you engage Mulbandha and gaze to the nose.
शीर्षासनं तु विज्ञेयं काक्षासनमतः परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनं ह्योचयेत्.
Asana is Kalyanasana. As you interlace the fingers at the back, maintain the same seated position, raise legs up, gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as beautiful and auspicious goddess.
दो हाथ पगाम बिच आने तिनको गोडानी छेटाने.
Now lower your legs down. The next asana is Sankatasana. Now bring the left leg on the ground, heels close to the perineum. Now sit on the left heel. Bring the right leg on the top. Place the palms on the opposite knees. Visualize yourself as a swan as you perform Ujjayi Pranayama, making sound of ocean.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलिं संयस्य धरणीतले पादण्डेन याम्येन वेष्टयेत् वामपादकं जानुयुग्मं करयुग्मम् एतत् सङ्कटमासनम्.
Dhenukasana. Now slide the left heel outside and place both the hands on the top knee. Gaze to the nose as you engage Mulabandha and Udyanabandha, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
अनुशाकिनगरवञ्चितं वृषीहीलं डगल्यं नी.
Now bring the right foot on the left thigh, left foot on the right knee. Now as you twist towards your left, now bring the left hand holding the right thigh and right hand on the left knee. As you gaze to the third eye, visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space.
वामजङ्गपरदचिर्लाने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने बहुरौ जलजनबाधहेजो ईताकीनलिजोपकरे सोयी.
Machandrasana 2. As you place both the legs in the last asana, Machandrasana, hold the big toe of the opposite leg in Prana Mudra. Now as you lean forward, bring the forehead on the ground and bring the chest to the heels.
प्रथमजी मनोचरणजो ई वामजङ्गपरे राके सो ईताकी एडी कड़िसोल्यावे बहुरौ जुगति यह और करावे.
Now slowly rise up. The next asana is Guru Asana. Maintain the same seated posture. Interlace the fingers and place it on the left heel, left knee. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ओर्मूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिकाप्रदेशे गुल्पं संस्थाप्य तदेव जानु इतरपादपार्श्विनानि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् हस्तौ सम्मीलयेत् गुरु आसनं भवति.
Now relax. Release all the bandhas. The next asana is Sankatasana on the other side. Now as you bring the right heel to the perineum, bring the left leg on top as you sit on the right heel. Hands on the palms on the opposite knees. Visualize yourself as a swan as you perform Ujjayi Pranayama.
वामपादं तेर्मूलं संयस्य धरणीतले पाददण्डेन याम्येन वेष्टयेत् वामपादकं जानुयुग्मं करयुग्मम् एतत् सङ्कटमासनम्.
Inhale. The next asana is Dhenukasana as you extend the right heel outside. Hands on the respective knees. Visualize yourself as cow. Now as you engage Mulbandha and Udyanabandha.
अनुशाकिनगरपञ्चितं वृषीहिलं डगल्यं नी.
Release bandhas. The next asana is Machandrasana. Bring the left foot on the right thigh and right foot on the left knee. Twist on your right side as you bring the right palm and hold the left thigh. Now left hand on the right knee. Twist backward, gaze to the third eye, visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space.
वामजङ्गपरिदचिताने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने बहुरौ दचनपादहेजो ईताकीनलिजोपकरे सोयी.
Now untwist your body. With the same seated posture, hold the big toes of the opposite leg in Prana Mudra. Now as you lean forward, bring the forehead on the ground, heels touching the chest, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथमजी मनोचरणजुजो ई वामजङ्गपरे राके सो ईताकी एडी कड़िसोल्यावे बहुरौ जुगति यह और करावे.
Inhale, rise up. The next asana is Guru Asana. With the same seated posture, interlace the fingers and place it on the right knee. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊरुमूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिकाप्रदेशे गुल्पं संस्थाप्य तदेव जानु इतरपादपार्श्वनानि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेतस्थौ सम्मीलयेत् गुरु आसनं भवति.
Now the next asana is Parshvasana. Now as you sit with the feet on the ground, knees on the chest, hold the opposite knees as your chest your spine straight. Now gaze to the third eye and perform Kechari Mudra. Roll the tongue up at the roof of the mouth and visualize Swamiji in your inner space, performing Ujjayi Pranayama.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानुनि उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्याम् ऊर्सहितजङ्गे निबध्ये तिष्ठेत् प्रशासनं भवति.
Now the next asana is Bodha Shokasana. As with the same seated posture, rest the chin on the knees, gaze to the nose, roll the tongue up, roof of the mouth, Kechari Mudra, visualize your being in a adobe of bliss.
द्वौ भगतली भूपरिते रेकोर्माहिली ऐसे करेकोर्माहिली उकडबे से जंगा चाती अग्रनिवेशे.
Now the next asana is Kurakatasana with the legs and hands in the same position. Now bring the arms under the thighs and calves. Hold the opposite elbows. Bring the feet a little closer. Now roll the tongue up at the roof of the mouth. Gaze to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your space and keep performing Ujjayi Pranayama.
द्वौ हाथ भगवाहर लिया वे गोड़ा नीचे लेते हरावे रामहा सामहा ऐसे करे आपस में को हनी पकड़े.
Now the next asana is Sumati Asana. Now as you bring the right foot on the on the other side, toes facing up, heel on the ground. Now gaze to the nose as you visualize great sage, great Maharishi Sumati in your inner space.
मूलद्वार धरती परिटाने दावा पगबर दचबद आने दाई पाकती कोले आवे हाथ एक अमतर हरावे.
Now the next asana is Dandasana. As you sit with the legs extended forward, toes facing up, interlace the fingers and raise it above the head, elbows straight. Engage Mahamudra Bandha, gaze to the nose, roll the tongue up in Kechari Mudra, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लगोस्क प्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पति.
Now release all the three bandhas. The next asana is Arambhasana. As you sit with the legs extended forward, now hands in
दो बग में लिवा पसारी पकाका अंगूठा पकड़ी लाट घोड़ा लगावे.
slowly inhale and rise up. The next asana is Vidokasana. Now, as you sit with the legs extended, knees little slightly up, hands, heels shoulder width apart. Now, hands underneath, holding with the both the feet, gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथम बेसे दो पाऊ पसारी कचका ऊर्ध्व कोरड़ो दारे.
Now, slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Jalandhara Pavasana. As you bring the soles of the feet together. Now, as you lean forward, place the hands underneath, palms facing up. Now, bring nose, mouth, and forehead on the feet. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो एडी महिला के दीजे हाथ पसारी.
Inhale, rise up. The next asana is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Now, as you sit with both the legs extended forward, now bring the left foot at the back of the neck. Now, lean forward, hold the right foot with both the hands, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पश्चिमतानवत् संसिद्धिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति.
Slowly inhale, rise up. The next asana is Anantasana. Now, with one left leg behind the neck. Lean backwards. Now hold the left foot with the right hand. Gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as an infinite or endless or an internal one.
उत्तानशयनी एकैकं पायी ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य इतरहुस्तेन पावाग्रं गृहीत्वा.
Now the next asana is Ankushtasana. Now from the same position as Anantasana, lean on one side on the elbows. Now gaze to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानशयिता एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन् इतरहस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्यैव हस्तस्य कोर्परो भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलिक्षतिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति.
Now slowly release the leg from the neck. The next asana is Dharasana. As you lie down again on the back, bring the knee to the chest. Hold the opposite knees and roll from left to right, performing visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानशयनं जानुनी हृदयवस्थं भजङ्गसुस्तौ ऋणीकरद्वये बद्ध्वा सव्यापसव्यं लोडयेत् दशासनं भवति.
Yes, now rise up again. Sit with the legs extended forward. We will be repeating Urdhva Paschimottanasana on the other side as you bring the right leg foot at the back of the neck. Now as you lean forward, bring the head to the knees. Hold the left foot with both the hands, which is Swamiji in your inner space.
पश्चिमतानवत् संस्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति.
Inhale, rise up. The next asana is Anantasana. As you sit with the right leg at the back, lean backwards and hold the right leg foot with the left hand. Visualize, gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself as infinite or endless and eternal one.
उत्तानशयनी एकैकं पायी ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य इतरहुस्तेन पावाग्रं गृहीत्वा.
From Anantasana. The next asana is Ankushasana as you rest on the elbows of the left hand, holding the right foot. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानशयिता एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन् इतरहस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्यैव हस्तस्य कुर्परो भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलिक्षतिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति.
Now release the leg behind the head. Now the next asana is Yoga Nidrasana. As you lie down on the back, now bring the left foot at the back of the neck and now right foot at the back of the neck. Now hands interlaced at the back of the buttocks. Gaze to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पादाभ्यां वेष्टयेत् कण्ठं हस्ताभ्यां पृष्ठबन्धनं तन्मध्ये शयनं कुर्यात् योगनिद्रासुखप्रदा.
Is Atma Ramasana. Now bring both the legs as you are still lying down on the back. Bring both the legs on the shoulders. Hand interlace at the behind the neck. Visualize yourself as Lord Vishnu in your blessing within.
आत्मा राम आसन प्रथम सुतो सोवे.
And the next asana is Kochikasana. Now again lie down on the back. Chest, soles of the feet facing up, hands on the sides extended straight, elbows straight. Gaze to the third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो हाथ सीधा सा करे तिन से उबे स्पा करे.
Now the next asana is Jalandhar Pravritti Asana 1, 2 and one, left knee on the sides bent and right leg extended down at front. Now this is first step. The second step is bring the right leg on the top of the bent knee. Third step, extend both the legs on sides, hold it with one hand and rotate the head on the other side, gazing on the opposite side. This is step 3. Now bring the legs second step, the bring the extended leg on the top of the bent knee. Third step, hold the big toe, extend the legs
वृत्तिकुक्षिबाहे तदा हि परिकीर्तकं बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम्
Now, as you lie down on the back,
युतं द्वन्द्वा पीठः सर्वबलप्रदं गर्भिणीनां दुर्बलामि इति गार्गी जगादनो
The next asana is Paryankasana. Now, with your feet flat, bring your arms over your shoulders with the fingers pointing towards your feet. Sahajya Kumbhaka and perform the Mula Bandha by engaging the perineal floor.
उत्तानशयनं हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिम् अवष्टभ्यवातलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा नाभिप्रदेशम् ऊर्ध्वं कुर्यात् पर्यङ्कासनं भवति
Motion. Visualize yourself as a dog playfully rolling around its back.
शवचरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनी सम्मील्य नाभो आनीये हस्ताभ्यां कन्दरं बद्ध्वा भ्रामयेत्
Keeping your hands on the mat for support. As you then move your legs in a circular motion, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and lock your throat internally in Jalandhara Bandha, breathing in Mujja Kumbhaka.
करणी विपरीताख्या वादव्याधिनाशिनी नित्यम् अभ्यासयुक्तस्य जाटराज्ञैव वर्धने
We move on to Langalasana. Your fingers behind your back and place your hands on the mat in Parashamudra as you visualize yourself as a plow.
ग्रीवाकण्ठेन भूमिं विस्तम्भ पादाग्रद्वयम् ऊर्ध्वमुन्नयेत् नरकासनं भवति
This is one of the 84 different asanas revealed directly by Lord Paramashiva himself. Next up is Supta Konasana. As you lay with your feet above the head, bring your hips above the shoulder level and open your legs.
अपि च
The next wheel in Chakrasana.
ईशवादनस्तद्वौ पादौ गुर्यान्मस्तकदः परौ व्युत्क्रमेण ततः शीघ्रम् एतत्सर्वस्य साधनम्
We move on to index and middle fingers. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you then open your legs wide to the side. Breathe in Ujjayi Pranayama, make an ocean-like sound with your mouth and perform the Mula Bandha. Padangushtasanam as you visualize Swamiji.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे
From Supta Padangushtasana, cross your legs into Padmasana. Lower your entire body down to the mat. Keep your arms above the head and hold on to opposite elbows. Gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu in Matsyasana.
मुक्तपद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्तानशयनाच्चरे कूर्पराभ्यां शिरो वेत्स्या मत्स्यासनं दुरोगः
From Matsyasana, place the backside of the right hand onto the left palm above your head. Maintain your legs in Padmasana. Visualize Lord Rama in your inner space as you gaze to the tip of your nose in Parasharamasana.
प्रथमकरे पद्मासन आचे सुदोषु वे भूपरिपाचे
Next up is Sarvangasana. Keep your legs in Padmasana and then raise your knees and hips up off the ground, supporting your lower back with your hands, elbows on the mat. Gaze to the tip of your nose. Visualize
योगिनो निपुनो विद्याभिः पण्डितो यथा
the next asana is Vrishchikasana. Now lay on your back and place one foot on the opposite thigh. Hold the opposite knee against your chest as you raise your arms above your head and hook the fingers forward, gazing to your third eye and visualizing yourself as a scorpion.
प्रथमशयन सुदोषी शकेशकी समधी सुदाके
Now place the other foot on the opposite thigh. Repeat Vrishchikasana on the other side.
प्रथमशयन सुदोषी शकेशकी समधी सुदाके
Through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा अनुलिम्बिः स्कन्दरां बद्ध्वा कूर्परो मिलित्वा नितम्बेन भूमिं स्पृष्ट्वा एकं कृत्वा एकेन जानुद्वयमाकुञ्चे कर्णयोः संस्पृशेत् मरोत्थानं भवति। अत उत्तम
Visualize Swamiji in your inner space finally and in a prone position on your stomach.
उत्तानशयनं पादौ
Making the sound of a flute as you visualize yourself into a plank position as you alternate jumping your feet in between the hands back and forth as you visualize yourself from a standing position. Place your hands flat on the mat in front of you. Walk around on hands and feet as you visualize yourself as a wise 60
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om
Sorry for the technical glitch. I hope we are visible and audible to
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Sit as Paramashiva. Inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Visualize, meditate, connect with him. He is a living, alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om
जय 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 पराशक्ति है भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बे रानी, जय जय जय
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda.
Sorry for the technical glitch. We are now going to continue with the Uttanuttanam. As you hold weights, if you want to intensify this asana, sit down all the way to the ground and stand back up again and again, gazing to the nose and visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
नुजासर्दमासनं कृत्वा पातलाभ्यां भूमिम् उत्तिष्ठेत् कडुगासनं भवति.
Next up is Musalasana. Now stand with your arms raised above your head and jump repeatedly as you visualize yourself as a mace.
सरलं स्थित्वा ऊर्ध्वं बाहु नयेत्, वारं वारम् उड्डानं कृत्वा नयेत्, मुसलानं भवति.
Next up is Utsheshakasana. Now hold one foot and pull it against your chest with both hands. Sit down and stand back up, repeating this movement on both sides again and again as you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji.
हस्तद्वयेन धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
Next up is the Parshvajanukarana. Now stand with the toes of one foot pointing to the side and the knee slightly bent as you pull the other knee against your chest and circle the leg with your arm with a hand and a fist, placing the other hand on the respective thigh with the fingers pointing inwards. The next asana is Tandavasana. Now visualize yourself fiercely dancing as Lord Shiva as you extend your arms and one leg forward, sit down and stand back up.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
Next up is Brahmanasana. Now bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. As you keep the hands relaxed by the side, visualize Lord Brahma blessing you from within.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्षेत् कृत्वात् ब्राह्मणो भवेत्.
Next up is Garudasana 3. Now bring the left leg over and around the right knee. As you tuck the left toes behind, bring the left arm below the right and join your hands in Namaskara Mudra as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
उत्थानकूर्मपीठं च संहस्गारुडमेव च.
Next up is Ekapadasana. Now place the left foot on the right thigh. Hands by the side, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दक्षाग्रं वामपास्य जङ्गोपरिणिताय च.
The next asana is Dhruvasana, the pole star posture. Now hold on to the picture of the left foot as you extend the leg out to the side. Rotate on the right leg as you visualize yourself as the North Pole star.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा.
Next up is Trivikramasana, the 3 steps of Lord Vishnu. Now pull the left leg behind your neck if you can, otherwise you can pull it against your chest or just cross the left foot over the right. Then stand straight, sit down and stand back up as you visualize Lord Vishnu.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा.
Now repeat Parashvadanu Karana on the other side. Pull the right knee towards your chest. Left hand on the left thigh. Now repeat Tandavasana on the other side. Extend the right leg forward, sit down and stand back up as you visualize yourself dancing as Lord Shiva.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
Now repeat Brahmanasana. Place the right foot on the left thigh and visualize Lord Brahma blessing you from within.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्षेत् कृत्वात् ब्राह्मणो भवेत्.
Next up is Garudasana 3. Now visualize yourself as Lord Garuda as you intertwine your arms and legs, hands in Namaskara Mudra.
उत्थानकूर्मपीठं च संहस्गारुडमेव च. वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Now repeat Ekapadasana. Place the right foot on top of the left thigh, hands by the legs as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्थानकूर्मपीठं च संहस्गारुडमेव च. वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Now hold on to the right big toe and rotate on the left leg, visualizing yourself as the North Pole star in Dhruvasana.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा.
Now bring the right leg behind your neck, sit down and stand back up as you visualize Lord Vishnu in Trivikramasana.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
Next up is Sammanaka Karana. Stand straight on the mat in a relaxed posture. Hands by the side of your body, slightly extended away, with the fingers pointing one by one. Let us get ready to perform the final 100 asanas of the sequence, starting off with Gorak Anjali Asana. Now, squat down and bring your hands in between the legs as you lock your fingers in Parashamudra and then bring the finger lock to your navel. Visualize the great sage Goraknath, founder of the Nata Yoga Hindu Sampradaya, as you breathe in Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, inhaling all the way and then moving the prana throughout your body by the force of your will.
प्रथमः हि होय बाहुरीणी चोपनिहोवे.
Next up is Kancha Asana. From a squatting position, interlock your fingers behind the buttocks as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ओर्मध्यादस्थो निवेश्य नितम्बं धृत्वा पादलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा उत्तिष्ठेत् कञ्चासनं भवति.
Next up is Bhairo Asana. Now sit on the mat with the feet flat, heels close to the perineum. Then interlock your fingers behind in Padasha Mudra, gaze to your navel and visualize Bhagavan Kala Bhairava, the Lord of Time.
दो पगा की तान लगी माहिली कवर मिलावे.
The next asana is Varahasana. In a squatting position, bring your hands behind your head with the fingers pointing down, joined in Anjali Mudra. As you gaze to the tip of the nose, visualize yourself as Varaha, the boar avatar of Lord Vishnu.
पगदली की माहिली कवर मिलावे पना बान हुकड़ बेसे.
Next up is Pipitasana. Now hold onto your big toes in Prana Mudra and raise your hips at the same level as your knees as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
अत उत्तान आसनानि वार्षित्वे सम्मील्य स्थित्वानि तम्बं जान प्रदेश आनीये तिष्ठेत् प्रयासनं भवति.
Next up is Pakasana. Now place your hands flat on the mat in front of you and place your knees onto your arms as you lean forward, find balance, and lift your legs off the ground, visualizing yourself as a crow.
हस्तद्वयं बद्ध्वा तन्मध्ये चरणद्वयम् उदानैव सम्मील्य जङ्घोरी संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् पकासनं भवति.
Next up is Sushtanga Kapali Asana. With your hands on the mat, the elbows on the arms, place your head on the mat and lift your legs off the ground, crossing them into Padmasana. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
आसन गौगण कपाल आचो होई.
We move on to Guptasana. Now sit in a kneeling posture. The top of your feet flat on the mat, heels outside your hips, with the toes touching behind. Gaze to your nose and visualize you're sitting in the secret seat with Paramashiva and Guru.
जानर्वोरन्तरे पादौ कृत्वा पादौ च गोपयेत् पादौ परिच संस्थाप्य घोरं गुप्तासनं विदुः.
The next asana is Vrikshasana too. As you place your hands on the mat and lift your legs up into a handstand. You can lean against the wall for support if needed or ask a partner to assist you in the performance of this asana. This asana should be performed by everyone to purify the 7 chakras, as you visualize yourself as a tree with deep roots growing into the ground.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनं शेषकान्.
Next up is Shiva Asana. Maintain the handstand posture. Contract the perineal floor. Maintain the handstand posture. Contract the perineal floor. Push the kundalini
वारंवार उड्डानं कृत्वा मत्स्यासनं भवति.
Next up is Sarpasana. Lay on your stomach, hands on the hips, and move your chest from left to right, visualizing and moving yourself like a snake.
नब्जं शयनं कृत्वा हस्तौ
Down. As you gaze to your nose, visualize yourself as Vajra, the weapon of Indra.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लगो.
Next up is Meshasana. Now place your hands on the ground and raise your hips up into Gajasana. As you then alternate striking the ground with your hands, visualizing yourself as powerful as a ram.
गजासन संस्थौ एकैकं बाहुं भूमौ ताडयेत् मेषासनं भवति.
The next asana is Ajasana. From Gajasana, raise your legs up and Slowly lower your head towards the ground, visualizing yourself as unborn, existing for all eternity.
गजासन सब्जितौ पाद्वयं ममतराले कृत्य.
Next up is Dhanantarasana. Sit in a kneeling posture. Hold onto the big toes, pull them close to the perineum as you then place your hands on your thighs. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्वविधि परिभाता की गागशीसोपनासरामोडी.
Next up is the Angamottanam. Now interlock your fingers in front of your body, move your hands up, down, left, right in all directions, giving massage to joints and muscles of your body as you then repeat the movement behind yourself, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space as you perform Ujjayi Pranayama.
हस्तयोरङ्गुलिर्बद्ध्वा हस्तयोर्मध्यात् सर्वं ममङ्गं निक्षित्याधिष्ठेत् अङ्गमोत्तनम्.
The next asana is Garudasana form. Sit in Vajrasana on your heels as you turn your feet outwards, toes pointing to the side, hands on the knees, visualizing yourself as Lord Garuda flying Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi on his back.
जङ्घोरभ्यां पीड्य सर्कयो द्विजानो जानुपरिकरद्वन्द्वा गरुडासनमुच्यते.
Next up is Ananda Mandirasana. Now sit with your knees wide, the feet flat on the mat. Hold onto your ankles and place the front of your buttocks on the ground as you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself residing in the blissful space of a temple.
अथ वक्षे वीरनाथम् आनन्दमन्दिरासनं यत्कृत्वा अमरो धीरो भावयेतेव साधः.
Next up is Mandukasana too. Now cross your feet and sit on your ankles as you place your hands underneath the knees. Press your tongue against the palate of the mouth in Mandukya Mudra as you visualize yourself as a frog and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Muda Bandha.
पृष्ठं सम्पीड्य गुल्पाभ्यां जान्मङ्गे सफलयाकृतिः.
Next up is Narasimhasana. Now tuck your toes and sit on the raised heels. Place your hands on the mat in front of you with the thumbs touching. Gaze to your nose, stick your tongue out, exhale forcefully as you visualize Narasimha, the lion man avatar of Lord Vishnu in Narasimhasana.
दो पगपना पानी होय वैसे एडिमलार गोड़ानि वैसे.
Next up is Vishtakasana. Maintain the same sitting posture, but cover your mouth with your hands. Bring your thumbs underneath the teeth and close your mouth. Inhale through the right nostril, exhale through your mouth. Gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as Devi, victorious over all your fears.
दो पगांगी एडी जो ही गाड़ा ब्रह्मा मन बने होई.
Next up is Makarasana. Now place the top of your feet flat on the mat and sit on your heels. As you keep your knees wide, bend your elbows and bring your arms towards your armpits, imitating a monkey stretching itself. As you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a playful monkey.
दो भगतले सम्राणे तिनके पृष्ठभूमि परिटाने.
Next up is Vajrasangadasana. Now stand up on the toes as you keep the soles of the feet together, the knees open wide, and hold onto opposite elbows behind your back. Gaze to your nose and embody cross your feet behind your back and sit on your heels as you keep your hands flat on the mat beside you. Keep the palms on the ground, gaze to your nose, and visualize perfect health. Neck stiff like the shell of a turtle as you gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as a turtle with a stable body and mind to live for centuries in Kurmasana.
गूढं नियम्य गुल्बाभ्यां व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः योगासनं भवेदेति इति योगविदो विदुः.
Next up is Vijyogasana. Now stand on your knees with Swamiji.
गोडा मामनो भवो यी गोडा आधारा खेदो यी.
Next up is Ushtrasana. Now sit
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाटिः संविपाद्य इषुः पुमान् कपोतोष्ट्रासनाभ्यासं कुर्यासनमितासनम्.
Next up is Jatyasana 2.
दोवो एडी संबुडगरे सोले मूलद्वारि दरिदरे.
Next up is Viratasana. As you hold onto your feet, lay down on your back.
संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Kapotasana. From the same position, hold on to your feet and place your forearms on the mat behind. Rise back up, sit in a kneeling posture. The buttocks raised up as you hold on to opposite arms. Gaze to your nose. In the boon asana is Varahasana 2. Now tuck your toes and sit on the heels as you lean forward and down, placing your forearms on the mat and your head on your hands. Place your forearms on the mat shoulder width apart. Interlock your hands and then place your head on the mat, supporting it with your hands as you walk your feet forward, raise your hips and lift your legs up. Lower your body down. Come to a kneeling posture with your head in between the legs. Hold onto your head and place your elbows outside the knees. As you inhale through the nose, on your stomach in Viparita Shalabhasana. Hold on to weights if you want to intensify this asana as you straighten your arms out in front and raise your legs and your entire upper body and arms off the mat. Head on the mat and your hands next to the hips. As you raise your legs up, visualizing a skull in your inner space, representing the mind with purified thoughts and the strong will to attain enlightenment. Next up is Akasha Kapotasana. Keep your hands by the side of the body and raise your hips up. Bring your feet over top of your head. Try to touch the ground in front of your head. Now sit in a kneeling posture and place your forearms on the ground with your navel touching your knees. Visualize yourself as a sparrow.
Kurparaparinda
Asana 2.
Yaschiva Bujjaf Pradimangripashi, that was here Chibukam Vidaryako.
The next asana is Vrishasana. Now sit in a knee.
Rola Bagadatnat.
Now lift your body up off the mat in Lulasana.
Yamyakulpe Padamole Vamabage Padeteram Viparitam Sprishet Bhumim Vishasanamidam Bhavet.
Next up is Balagunasana. Now tuck the left toes and sit on the left heel. Place as you visualize yourself as the entire planet in Grahasana.
Patale Bhumo Samstapya, Janamadye Korparo Samstapya.
Now repeat Balagunasana. You can use weights if you want to intensify this asana as you visualize Swamiji.
Ujaspijastiyate Urdhvajanu Yatrasane.
Now perform Vajra. Next up is Anilasana. Now place your palms on the ground and step your feet onto your hands. As you keep your arms straight, squat down and gaze to your nose. Visualize Swamiji and visualize you're able to live off of air alone.
Do Hat Bhum Bridane Kahoni Jarina Bilagane.
Next up is Padukasana. Now place the back side of your hands on the mat in front of your feet and step your feet on your hands, wrapping your hands around the feet like shoes. Now visualize yourself wearing padukas walking across India in Padukasana.
Hastadale of Padle Krtwadistet Gachet Padukasanam Bhavati.
Next up is Kukutodanasana. As you place your palms on the mat, raise your legs up and let them fall back down again and again. Your legs up, dancing on two hands in an inverted posture as you feel yourself become free of all inhibitions. Visualize Swamiji as you do so.
Adokshe Mahadeva Gunjarasana Uttamam Karaninaikena Padabhyam Bhumautishtechir Hakaraha.
Now exchange the position of your hands. Now sit down on the ground with the feet flat, hold your ankles, and then raise the feet off the mat as you visualize yourself as a kadamba tree, a pious tree that promotes a long life.
पार्श्लिभ्यां भूमिम् आवष्टभ्य हस्तद्वयेन वयोस्तपादयोः पाणं लात्वा स्वस्थनितम्बिकये जानुनि वक्षसि साधुर्बभ्रतीकरबन्धनैः.
Next up is Chakrasana. Now bring the left leg behind your neck.
चलभुजङ्गमविवृश्चिकम्.
Next up is Dhanurasana too. Now keep one leg extended, hold the big toes in Prana Mudra, and pull the left leg against your ear as you visualize. Extend the legs out to the side and lean forward as you balance on your arms, visualizing yourself as a flying crane.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यमूर्ध्वगुक्कुटमेव च.
The next asana is Pranasana. Now place the right foot on the left thigh, the left foot flat, the left foot shoulder beneath the left knee as you gaze to your third eye and visualize you're immortal and able to exist solely from prana.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यस्य चामरः. वामोर्मूलदेशे च यां यं पादमुनिधायतो.
Now repeat Chakrasana. Bring the right leg behind your neck and lift your body off the ground, visualizing yourself as a powerful source of energy.
पूर्वदानं चतुष्पादं पीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
Now repeat Pranasana on the other side. Place the left foot on the right thigh, the right shoulder beneath the right knee as you gaze to your third eye and visualize you can eternally exist on prana. Holding onto the front foot with both hands as you visualize Swamiji.
एकं पादं प्रसारे एकं पादस्य पार्श्वे अश्विनी.
Inside the hip, hold the left foot and pull it in front of your face as you visualize yourself as a crane.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यं मूर्ध्वगुक्कुटमेव च.
The next asana is Svastikasana. Now sit with your feet in between the calves and thighs as you gaze to your nose. Keep your hands on the knees and embody peace, well-being, and good fortune as you visualize a swastika.
जानुर्वोरन्तरे सम्यक् कृत्वा पातले उभे.
Next up is Godakshasana. Now maintain your feet in the same position but cover your heels with your hands. Tuck your chin to the chest, gaze to your nose, and visualize Goraknath, the founder of the Natha Yoga Hindu Sampradaya.
Janurvarantare Bada Uttano Victor Samstao.
Next up is Bhagasana 2. Now press the perineum with the left heel as you place the right heel on the left thigh. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji, meditate on the enlightened one. As you enter Shanmukhi Mudra, close your mouth with ring and little fingers, the nostrils with the middle fingers, the eyes with the index fingers, and the ears with the thumbs.
Mama Parshakuram Samstapya.
Next up is Yogasana 2. Now place your feet onto opposite knees. Keep your hands on the side of your body with the palms facing up. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you breathe in Kakachandra Kumbhaka with a rolled up tongue, inhaling through the rolled up tongue.
Uddano Charano Kritva Samstapya Parijano.
Next up is Urdhva Kukkutasana. Now rotate your hands at the side, place the palms down and lift your body up off the mat as you visualize yourself as a rooster.
Vashitamadakauntanyam or Jagopkadamevacha.
Next up is Siddha Haratali Asana. As you sit in Padmasana, bring your hands between the legs, place them on the mat without lifting your body up. Stay seated on the mat. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Prathama Padmasana Gokare Hastado Goda Sandidare.
Next up is Hamsasana. Now push your hands into the mat, lift your body up in Padmasana as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as an elegant swan.
Kukkurasana Stitva Skandaparyandam Oruninitva.
Next up is Karmukasana. From Padmasana, push your hands in between the legs. Bring the hands behind your body, interlocked in Padasha Mudra, as you place your forehead on the mat and visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow.
Prathama Padmasana Gokare Goda Sandimahika Ridare.
Next up is Kurmasana 2. Now, bring your hands in between the legs, bend your elbows, and hold onto your shoulders as you visualize yourself as a turtle with a stable body and mind to live for centuries.
Bami Jangabar Dakshina Bhava, Dahi Jangabar Bamilyava.
Next up is Granthi Bhedasana. From the same posture, tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha, gaze to your nose and rejoice knowing you're sitting in Shiva's secret knot posture.
Adavakshenila Kandagaranti Vedasanam Shubham.
Now roll onto your back from the same position. Keep holding on to the shoulders as you gaze to your nose and embody a turtle laying on its back in Uttana Kurmasana.
Kukkurasana Mandastam Karabhyam Daragandaram.
Next up is Pangu Kukkutasana. Sit in Padmasana, place both hands in between the legs, one palm down on the mat, holding its wrist with the other hand as you lift your body up. Visualize yourself as a rooster.
Kukkurasana Stitva Ekena Hastena Anyasya.
Now place the other hand on the mat. Repeat Pangu Kukkutasana on the other side.
Kukkurasana Stitvam Ekena Hastena Anyasya.
Next up is Gridrasana. In Padmasana, place your elbows on the toes, interlock the fingers, and place your chin on the hands as you press your thumbs against the throat. Visualize you have gone beyond all greed and covetous.
Kukkurasana Stitva Skandaparyandam Oruninitva.
Next up is Padmasana 3. Now, sit in Padmasana. Keep one hand over the other with the palms facing up in your lap. As you gaze to your nose, engage all three bandhas and visualize Swamiji.
Uttana Ucharano Vidaya Vidivat Shaktirastau Yogirat.
Now, keep your hands on the knees in Padmasana 4 as you gaze to your nose and visualize Paramashiva in your inner space performing the Mula Bandha.
Etat Padmasanam Kuryat Pranavai Prasiddhaye.
Next up is Karmukasana 2. Keep one hand on the knee, hook the other hand around the big toe in Prana Mudra. Move the big toe round and round in circular motion as you visualize yourself as Pinaka, Lord Shiva's bow. Then repeat the movement on the other side.
Adanya Saramavakshe Yogapuraka Rakshanat.
Next up is Karmakasana 3. Sit in Padmasana and cross your arms behind your body, holding on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. Now gaze to your nose, visualize yourself as Pinaka, and engage all the bandhas.
कर्मकासनमाक्षित्य उदरे पूरयेत् सुखम्.
Next up is Trilidhasana. Maintain the same posture, but lift your chest, gaze to your third eye, and visualize yourself as Paramashiva's third eye, destroying anything you come across.
ऊर्ध्वं परिस्थाप्य पादयुग्मं प्रयत्नतः.
Now roll onto your back in Nagarasana. Keep your arms crossed behind your back and your legs in Padmasana as you gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as a snake, breathing calmly in Sahadra Kumbhaka Nagarasana.
प्रथम पद्मासन कोटाने दो हाथ बाचाने आने.
Next up is Kandukasana. You can free your arms and legs now. Pull your knees against your chest and circle them with your hands locked in Parashamudra as you squeeze your body into a ball. Breathe in Sahadra Kumbhaka.
वेत्रासने स्थित्वा स्तपादान् निक्षम्य.
Now straighten. Place your feet on the mat and interlock your fingers behind your head. In Urdhva Pavanasana as you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji.
प्रथम सूदोसैन करावे घोड़ा उबाराशे मिलावे गुल्पमा हिला अंगष्टतो ई करे एक समय रसोई.
Now bring your hands underneath the heels with the palms facing up and then push your hips up in Marakata Pitasana as you visualize yourself as a powerful alpha ape.
उत्तानशयनं पातले स्थापयेत्.
Next up is Uttana Shikipitakasana. As you straighten your legs, raise your hips and bring your hands to the lower back for support. Your body weight should rest on your elbows. As you gaze to your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Breathe in Murcha Kumbhaka with the Jalandharabandha engaged.
जंगोर बलहीनश्चेत् उत्तानशिखिपीठकम् अप्रमक्तप्रकुर्वीत भुक्तेः प्राग्विजितेन्द्रियः.
Now raise your legs up off the mat. Keep your arms on the mat for support. As you visualize yourself blissfully traversing Naraka Loka unscathed in Narakasana.
ग्रीवाकण्डेन भूमिं विस्तम्भा पादाग्रद्वयं मूर्धमुन्नयेत् नरकासनं भवति.
Next up is Tiranaukasana. Now bring your hands to the lower back. Straighten your legs up and lower them and angle your body with your core engaged as you visualize yourself as a boat crossing the ocean of samsara in Tiranaukasana.
नौकावत्स्त्वा ऊर्ध्वं पादाग्रद्वयम् आम्नयेत् तिर्यन्नौकासनं भवति.
Next up is Jajasana. Now bring your hands back to the mat. Straighten your legs like a flagpole as you visualize yourself as the Kailasa flag respected across all nations.
तिर्यन्नौकावद्ग्रीवापश्चकूर्परैः भूमिम् अवष्टभ्यमस्तकलाक्षे केशेन पादाग्रद्वयम् ऊर्ध्वं नयेद्ध्वजासनं भवति.
Now lay down on your back. The legs straight, hands next to your hips. Form Shakti Chalan Mudra. Pull the Kundalini Shakti up along your spine from Muladhara to Sahasrara Chakra. As you visualize your body is dead and Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is liberating you in Mritasana. Internally chant Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं दोषवासनं शवासनं श्रमहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारणम्.
Now slowly return to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees as you pull your knees up against your chest. Encircle your legs with your hands, rock your body from side to side, and slowly return to a seated position. Congratulations for completing the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, or 308 asanas of this sequence. We want to complete with all of you for the rapid speed towards the end and the technical glitches in between. Let us now move on to the power manifestation session. Manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva, and let us conclude today's Nityananda Yoga session as we all sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line, hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, visualize Swamiji as we chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukar Panamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nityanandam, welcoming all the Paramashivam participants after this wonderful session of the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, the Nityananda Yoga. Let's now get ready to manifest the powers of Paramashiva with that same beautiful space that we experienced in the Nityananda Yoga. Let's get ready. Please settle down. Make sure that you have your eye bands with you and any of the alchemy products, whether it is Atmalinga or Jnananjana, or even if you have the Krishna Shila, you can keep it with you. We'll now be beginning the power of third eye reading, and today we'll be seeing the pictures. So let's get ready. Settle down. Make sure you sit and you're seated in a comfortable position in Sukhasana, Vajrasana, Padmasana. And once you are seated, you can now tie your eyes. Make sure that there is no light which enters your eyes. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Swamiji in your third eye. Intensely chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, and ask Swamiji what is revealed through the third eye. Let's now begin the round 1 of the manifestation.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nityanandam, please relax. You can now slowly open your eyes. So you can start penning down what was revealed to you in your third eye in the Zoom chat or on a piece of paper and a pen. Please start penning down what you're able to see. In just in a few moments, we will then be presenting to you what was shown to you on your screen. Start penning down. Yes. So we will now project to you what was shown when your eyes were closed. the picture it's a picture of a bunny, of a rabbit. You can see the brown bunny, you can see the grass, and it has shades of white also, and of course the background. So if you're able to see any of the colors or shapes or even letters, if you saw the letter RABBIT or any other letters, it is wonderful. You're manifesting the powers of third eye. So with that also, let's take a few moments to share our experience on social media. Make sure that you celebrate whatever manifestation happens through you by Paramashiva, by our beloved Swamiji. So let's take a few moments to go on social media. You can tag Swamiji's official accounts also, and make sure that you are posting your experience of today's power manifestation session, and we'll be right back with you after a few moments for the next session.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.